What's up, ladies and gents? Brandon Crowe, Ben Pakulski going to demonstrate active range of motion for biceps and triceps on this. One thing that's important to note, when I talk about active range of motion, it's really actually easy to remember. Biceps and triceps are exactly the same but opposites. So what we're going to do today is we're going to teach you the active range for triceps, and you can actually learn the bicep by flipping it on its end. So back here is a fully contracted tricep, and this is a fully lengthened tricep. So what does that tell you about bicep? If this is fully lengthened bicep, this is fully shortened bicep, this is fully lengthened bicep. So simple to remember if you remember that they're antagonist muscle groups. So we're going to show you how to work a tricep through its entire contractile range without even moving from this exercise and optimizing leverage. So at the bottom of the range back here, this cable is about 90 degrees to your arm, so it's really, really difficult. We're going to have Brandon do some reps here until he fatigues. Shorten tricep, always work the shortened end of the range first, or optimally we do that. Brandon's going to take a step in. Now you notice when he gets to about the middle of the range, there's a 90-degree angle there. So as you can imagine, at a 90-degree angle, that's going to be most difficult. Whereas if it's here, it's pulling me straight out, so there's not a lot of tension on my tricep. And as that cable gets closer to my body, it actually becomes easier. Then he's going to walk in further, and you notice there it's 90 degrees, so he's a little bit more lengthened. Once he's fatigued there, we're going to have him flip around and now work it from its fully lengthened range. So we've just done 4 exercises in one set and really extended our time under tension. So we're going to maintain that tension on that working muscle, take it through its entire contractile range, and maintain time under tension. Do it, man. Show me how it's done. Brandon's an expert, so we're going to let him run it. So chest is up, abs are really, really tight. Brandon's trying to drive his feet through the floor so he prevents any extraneous movement. Go ahead, extend it behind you. Good, so you notice here, because this is the beginning of the exercise, first set, Brandon is really strong, so he's trying to work his shortest part of the tricep first. When your muscle is shortest, it's weakest, so we want to work that first when we're strong, so we have most energy. As he fatigues it in this shortened range, he's able to step forward and actually continue doing work because now it gets easier in the shortened range. As you can see, now that cable gets kind of close to his arm there. It's actually relative to his elbow, so now it's closer, so the weight will actually be less, or the resistance will be less. Now he walks really, really far in. So the exercise is difficult there and super easy right there. Everybody see that? Super easy because it's super close, really, really easy. And now once Brandon's fatigued there, he's going to spin around and lengthen his tricep above his head. Big step forward. Good. So he's stretched. Good. So he's just changed the relative shoulder position of his exercise and completely changed the stimulus for the muscle. You notice he can keep going even though he may have pre-exhausted with the other ones, because we know that the more lengthened the muscle is actually closer to its strongest point. Good. One thing, that's good. So we've just worked a tricep through its entire contractile range with basically one exercise. Really, really important to note, when you're training your triceps and your biceps, they're hinge joints, right? This joint only moves like this. So watch out for any type of movements that look like this. I've seen a lot of people doing bicep curls that look like that. Does anything actually happen at my bicep when I'm doing it? It's an external rotation of the shoulder. So you see a lot of guys doing their we call it hammer curls. That really is an external rotation of my shoulders. It needs to be a single plane movement in this direction. Sure, you can change the relative position of your shoulder, but it's not a shoulder movement. It's a bicep movement. It's a hinge joint. So the same thing here. You notice a lot of people on the overhead type stuff, or even on the push downs, tend to do this. And actually there's nothing happening. You got to watch for flexion extension of my elbow joint. So really important. Active range of motion for the working muscle, not some extraneous muscle that we're not really trying to work. So hopefully you guys pick something up there. If you want to learn more about how to train your arms, or any body part for that matter, click the link below. We've got some awesome body part specialization programs coming at you. And Mi40 Nation out. Today we're going to give you guys a little bit of insight into what actually the primer workout should be. It's a matter of engaging the working muscle first, maintaining full contractile range with tension, and we're going to show you how to do that to optimize growth, okay? So